Good evening, and welcome to the first Newswatch 18 show of the semester. I'm Gabe Stofa.
And I'm Lisa Villa. Thanks for joining us.
Today marks the 11th anniversary of the deadly terror attacks on the United States. The Newswatch crew remembers those who lost friends and family on that tragic day.
Bill Nye the Science Guy has made children enthusiastic about science with his television show. Now, on Friday, September 21st, the legend will be entertaining students in Stevens Auditorium with a lecture called You Can Change the World as part of Engineers Week. The event is free and open to the public.
The child mentoring program in Ames, also known as Big Brothers Big Sisters, is closing due to lack of federal funding after only 3 years. At least 100 children in Ames will no longer be receiving assistance from the program. The center was opened in 2009, but funding for the grant was not renewed in recent budget allocations. Lack of community involvement, lack of donations, and lack of general attention have all been cited as reasons potentially contributing to the closure. Story County needs for children and mentors to be reassigned to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters office in Des Moines.
The numbers are in, and it's official. Iowa State is now home to over 31,000 students, breaking last year's record. In addition, the freshman class surpassed previous years with over 5,000 new students, which is the biggest Iowa State has ever seen. This year has also seen large increases in diversity, transfer students, and undergraduate enrollment.
Operation Relief Residential Tree Program will offer a tree planting and care workshop 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. Thursday at McFarland Park. The event is part of a statewide urban forestry effort from the USDA Forest Service grant to the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Ames is currently a pilot community for the potential economic and social benefits increasing the number of urban trees can provide. Alliant Energy is offering trees for $25, with a request that those purchasing trees to please not condemn trees to an early death through improper planting, to learn some of the common errors in tree maintenance at the workshop.
On Saturday, September 22nd, Iowa State Dance Marathon will be having their second Teal Wheels Biking for Tykes ride. This event will support the Children's Miracle Network Hospital right here in Iowa. The bike ride is 8 miles long and requires registration, which can be done online at Iowa State University's Dance Marathon website. The first 100 people to register will be guaranteed a t-shirt. Check-in on the day of the event will be at 9 in the morning in the Hilton Coliseum parking lot.
Reporter Ben Theobald went out last Wednesday and got a glimpse of what was going on around Clubfest.
Clubfest every year, it grows more and more. This year we have over 260 organizations represented. We're not only just in here in the Campanile room, but we're over, we filled up now the hallway too. Along with that growth, it's become so competitive to sign up and to register. I think in the first 20 minutes, we had over 80 organizations that had registered. In the first 2 minutes, we had 50 organizations registered. So by the time we're a couple days out, all the spots that we have and all the space that we have available is already filled up.
Students who get involved in college are the ones who are more likely to succeed and to stay in college and to really gain a lot of good leadership experience. So Clubfest is really important just because there's so many opportunities for students to get involved, and those involvements really help to enrich their college career.
Mainly just walked around and see all the clubs, because there's so many clubs and I never really know how many there are, and some I didn't even know they existed, so it's really exciting to see everything that's available here.
Clubfest is an annual event to showcase all of the clubs of ISU. So, Matt, I heard something about the Cyclones beating up on the Hawkeyes. What's the truth behind this?
Well, Gabe, it's a possibility. Stay tuned after the break for your Cyclone Sports here on Newswatch 18. After an unexpected victory by Iowa State, the Cyclones are now 2-0 after upsetting University of Iowa in a tough defensive battle. The Cyclone defense held the Hawkeyes to only 68 yards rushing on 28 attempts, but struggled at times with their pass defense, letting up 234 yards to Iowa's James Vandenberg. The staple of the strong Cyclones defense was linebacker Jake Knott. Not only did he finish the game with 6 tackles, but also intercepted a Hawkeye pass with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go to seal the Cyclone victory. Knott was also awarded the Big 12 Conference Player of the Week on Monday for the second time in his career. The Cyclones play next against Western Illinois on September 15th at 7 p.m. The Cyclones volleyball team endured a tough game against unranked Syracuse on Saturday night after going back and forth for 5 sets. Now, they eventually lost 14-16 in the final round, but the Cyclones looked very promising in the final set after jumping up to a 4-0 lead. Mackenzie Bigby led the Cyclones with 22 kills and 4 block assists. She has also been named to the All-Tournament team. The Cyclones will host number 1 team in the country, Nebraska, at 1 p.m. for their next event. In Iowa State women's soccer, they suffered their first loss last Sunday to the 20th ranked San Diego Aztecs this month. This loss was their first of the month after coming out on top against Northern Iowa and DePaul. The Cyclones' 1 goal was scored by substitute forward Kaylee Flaska, which brought her season total to 2. Cyclone goalie Maddie Jobe played a full game and held on to 3 saves, bringing her season record to 5-3. The Cyclones have been firing on all cylinders offensively, outscoring their opponents 11-3. The Clones will face South Dakota State this Friday at 6 p.m. That's all I have for sports. Sam, I hear it's going to be getting a little bit cooler over these next few days.
And it's going to get cooler heading into the weekend, and maybe a shot of rain's coming through the next couple days. So stay tuned. This is Newswatch 18. Here we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't see there for just a second. First show of the year. Right now in Ince, we've got a 79-degree temperature out there. The wind is out of the south, about 13 miles per hour, and the humidity is 36%. So it's finally starting to feel really nice today. Story of the day is it was hot. Current temperatures around the local area. Boone is in 83, 81 in Fort Dodge. Ankeny is at 82. And Des Moines was at about 83. Now looking around Iowa, a little bit up north, cooler, 79 in Mason City, Waterloo at 76. Over here in Davenport, about 74. We're starting to cool down from those genuine 90s we saw around today. You don't see those very often this late into the year. Tonight's low is about 62 in Des Moines, about 58 in Ames, and 61 in Council Bluffs. We will see actually a couple cooler lows as we head into later this week and into this weekend. Tomorrow's highs, not quite as bad as today. 87 in Des Moines, 82 in Ames, a little colder off to the north and west, 86 in Fort Dodge, and about 77 in Council Bluffs. Now, taking a look at around the nation right now, especially the regional current temps, we've got 78 tomorrow for Lincoln, 64 for Sioux City, and 68 for Minneapolis. It's going to be quite nice tomorrow as those temperatures want to slide into the northwestern part of our state. Around Iowa right now, we've got some energy and some storms just to the west of us and a big cloud bank pushing its way off across the northern part. But the jet stream right now has actually got a ridge over top of Iowa right now. So that's why we got so hot today. That heat just rose right up into that. And actually, as we slide that ridge over, we're going to have some cool air start to drip down from Canada. Canada's going to share a little bit of their nicer air with us, but that's going to bring some storms with it. Taking a look at Iowa right now, we've just got a large cloud bank ahead of us right now, and that's going to be rolling off into tomorrow. We will still be a little cloudy, but we've got a nice rain chance coming, and that is due to our friend, this cold front that's going to want to be pushing on through. So this low pressure is moving off into Minnesota with the cold front starting to push on through. About Wednesday morning, the northwest part of the state is going to be a little wet. And this is classic cold front setup where you're just going to get a long band of rain stretching all the way along this cold front, and that's going to slowly work its way into the state. So this is about Wednesday night. Heavier bands of rain are in the northwestern part of the state, and they will start to move through. And maybe Ames will see a pop-up thunderstorm or two. Definitely some heavy rain about when we're all sleeping, Thursday at 3 a.m. Then slowly keeps working its way across the state. We'll see some more heavier rain maybe during Thursday morning into the afternoon as well, but that should push off by the night, leaving us with a fantastic-looking week coming up. Forecasted rainfall for the area. A little bit wetter over there, hugging the western part of the border. But our Adonis model is actually predicting about 1.5 inches in Ames right now. So it is going to feel pretty nice out there, and we're going to get possibly up to 1.5 inches of rain, which we need. Tonight, 61 degrees. It's going to be breezy and mild. Tomorrow, it's going to be rainy, but 78. It's going to feel better than it did today. Way less hot with a northeast wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, Wednesday, you're going to have 78 degrees for your temperatures. But taking a look into the weekend, 74 and 77 on Sunday. It's going to be beautiful. And that's all for weather. Now back to the desk.
If you've ever wondered what happens when you try to steal a mayor's ceremonial gavel, Ames resident Richard Deo could tell you. 56-year-old Deo was charged with disorderly conduct after an incident during the August 14th Ames City Council meeting. According to court documents, he approached the council podium, slapped a $20 bill in front of Mayor Ann Campbell, then attempted to seize her gavel. When his efforts to remove the gavel from Campbell's grasp proved unsuccessful, Deo walked away, leaving the $20. Based on prices on Amazon.com, a gavel and sound block with engraving runs about $30. A magistrate judge found Deo guilty Monday and ordered him to pay a fine of $65 and court costs. And that's all we have for this edition of Newswatch 18. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for tuning in to the first Newswatch of the semester. We're switching up Newswatch this semester, so join us on Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Good night and good luck.